In this video, we'll be diving into the mechanics of the storm circle and the strategies top players use to position themselves for advantageous gameplay. Let's get started. The storm circle is a key element in Fortnite gameplay. It's a deadly force that gradually shrinks the playable area, forcing players to move and engage with each other. Understanding how the storm circle works is crucial for survival. As the game progresses, the storm circle shrinks, making the playable area smaller and smaller. Players caught outside the safe zone will take continuous damage, making it essential to stay within the circle. Also, with each new zone, storm damage increases. Early in the game, damage is only 1 HP per second, but in later zones, it's 10 HP per second, so survival is nearly impossible. One strategy top players often employ is centering. It involves positioning themselves at or near the center of the current storm. This allows them to have quick access to any future safe zones. By centering themselves, players have the advantage of shorter distances to the new safe zone, enabling them to move quickly and efficiently. Depending on the terrain, you can often find a good vantage point to spot and engage with other opponents. Ultimately, you are safer from taking storm damage, but you might also be more likely to run into other players. Another effective strategy is rotating. This just involves anticipating the movement of the storm circle and strategically rotating or moving with it to stay within the safe zone. Rotating early and efficiently is crucial to avoid getting caught by the storm or encountering opponents while on the move. Top players plan their routes and use mobility items like launch pads, shockwaves, rifts, vehicles, or other items to rotate swiftly. Getting caught in a storm with little to no heals can be incredibly frustrating because sometimes you just can't make it to the safe zone fast enough. You will either die in the storm or arrive in the safe zone with nearly zero health. Edge guarding or holding a player is a strategy where players position themselves near the edge of the storm circle, keeping an eye on opponents running in from the outside. This allows them to catch unsuspecting and already damaged players and take them out. By edge guarding, players can often secure eliminations and valuable loot from latecomers rushing into the safe zone. It's important to maintain situational awareness and be ready for engagements from any direction. While it may sound counterintuitive, storm camping is a risky strategy that involves staying just outside the safe zone. By strategically camping in the storm, you can take advantage of the fact that there will be far fewer players to engage with. Storm campers patiently wait, utilizing healing items like medkits or floppers to sustain themselves through storm damage. As the storm closes in, players move into the safe zone, often further away from lurking campers. Most commonly, players try to outlast the final players of the match by hiding and healing in the storm and letting other players eliminate each other. Like I said, this can be highly risky, even if you have lots of healing items, as the storm damage exponentially eats away at your health. Remember, storm camping requires patience and a solid sense of awareness. While others scramble for safety, you strategically position yourself to gain an advantage. Just be mindful of the storm's damage and time your moves wisely to stay one step ahead of your opponents. The fifth strategy is playing the dead side. This strategy involves positioning yourself on the side of the storm circle with fewer players, known as the dead side. By playing the dead side, you have a better chance of encountering fewer opponents, reducing the risk of being overwhelmed in a fight. With no players to worry about behind you on one side, this allows you to focus on looting, gathering resources, and preparing for the next safe zone. We will cover playstyles in a future lesson, but if you are a more stealthy or defensive player, this is one of your best strategies to stay in the safe zone and outlast other players. And there you have it. We've explored some of the strategies top players use to position themselves strategically in relation to the storm circle: centering, rotating, edge guarding, storm camping, and playing the dead side. Experiment with these strategies and find what works best for your playstyle.